Owen Bass Hussein here from FightHype.com, and I'm here with none other than Martin Murray. Martin, how are you doing, sir?
How's things? Yeah, good.
Not too bad. We're here for another press conference. Obviously, we know what happened first time round. Bill got injured. How frustrating is it for you as a fighter when you prepared so long and then that happens, that you've got to now sort of peak off? You sort of peak and then you troughs in regards to your training?
Yeah. Obviously, I was gutted. If I'm honest, I kind of expected it. I just did. I know we pulled out fights before. I just, you know, we just have a feeling. But even still, you know, that shouldn't and didn't stop me. I could go into a camp thinking, you know what, he might pull out. You know, I went into the camp, trained my ass off like I always do, on a top camp, and then I thought, you know, we're getting so close that now it's definitely going to happen. But then obviously it got rescheduled, so yeah, I was gutted, obviously, but what can you do? Nothing you can do. There's no point just getting upset or anything like that over it. There's nothing you can do. You just got to get your head down, change the way you're thinking, and yeah, just crack on.
Such a cliche sort of question when people ask you how training camp went, but your last training camp, you were out in Tenerife. You were there with Carl Frampton, and it seemed like you were really getting on. There was a lot of work being done, and you were also, you know, having a bit of fun at the same time. But it seemed like all you guys, it seemed like all you guys were, you know, really training hard at the same time. Does that add to the frustration that you had such a great camp from what we saw, and then it sort of...
Yeah, it does, because I've never ever been so physically and mentally ready and happy 4 weeks out from a fight than I was when I got back from Tenerife. I was in perfect position just to get back, start my sparring. Everything was in the perfect place, and then that happened. So I was obviously gutted, but like I said, what can you do? Everything happens for a reason, and we're here now. And you know, if it's going to be June 23rd that I become world champion, it's June 23rd.
Billy Joe Saunders' last fight was against David Lemieux. There's a lot of credit being given to Bill. He went to Canada and produced a great performance. What did you make of his performance out there?
I thought he fought great. He did. The performance he put in was he was a bit special, wasn't he? But I predicted that. But Lemieux might be obviously a big hitter, former world champion, might be that. But Billy Joe is on a different level to him, boxing wise, and he proved that on the night. You know, I thought Lemieux was dangerous. He's got serious power, but I didn't think he was going to get to Billy, and I predicted before and that he put in a masterclass, and he did just that. So it was a great win for him. Obviously, I think a lot of people's reading into that win, but I'm a different fighter than Lemieux. I'm a better fighter than Lemieux. I've got more to my game than Lemieux. And Billy and Dominic know that. They know that. They said it in the last press conference. So I know they're not going to, overlook me. They're going to get themselves in the best condition they've ever been in, and hoping that they can do the same to me, which they won't. But that's I know they're not going to overlook me, and we won't be overlooking him either.
Obviously, the talking point of boxing in general over the last couple of weeks has been Canelo. This last 7 days it was announced that he's going to get a 6-month ban. What was your initial reaction when you heard that he was going to get 6 months?
I predicted it.
Okay.
I'm not going to try and like I'm psychic, obviously, doing that, but I said it weeks ago. I said I won't be surprised if we get a 6-month ban and him and Golovkin fight in September. I knew it's wrong. It's wrong. Obviously, if somebody wasn't as high profile as him, got done for the same stuff to get a 2-year ban or whatever, because he's such an high profile fighter, there's that much money in politics. It's full of politics in it, but there's that much money in the fight. It's going to go ahead and he's going to get a 6-month ban. It's wrong.
How
really
frustrating
wrong.
is it for you, somebody who's obviously had a long career in boxing? You've obviously not had these sort of problems before. You fought for world titles.
Mate, you know what? You keep saying to me, frustrated. Mate, I'm not arsed.
I
know, I'm not bothered. I'm living the dream, mate. Yeah. I'm living the dream. Do you know what I mean? I've got a lovely family at home, everything. I'm here fighting a world title. I'm okay, mate. I don't hate on anybody. Do you know what I mean? If that's going to happen, fair play. Not saying it's right, but fair play. Don't hate on anybody. Do you know what I mean, mate? Yeah, so I don't get hit up about stuff like that. I'm not that type of person. Do I think it's right? No. But does it affect me? No, I'm not bothered. I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and I'm just happy that I'm here. Got this opportunity against a world-class fighter, and I really do feel like it's my time to become world champion.
Obviously, with the whole Canelo thing, people are talking about Billy Joe, Golovkin, or put Canelo in the next year or wherever else. Could you basically slip under the radar whilst them talks are going on? There's a lot of attention on that sort of stuff.
And obviously going off Billy's last performance, how well he looks, and you know that's why people might be going on about that. But like I just said, Billy's not overlooking me, and them fights have got to get spoke about to build the fights. But I know he will not be overlooking me. I know he won't. So I might slip under the radar to everybody else, but I know they're not going to let me slip under the radar. You know what I mean? So I won't fall into all that, believing all that shit that he's going to fall into. I'm going to fall under the radar, and he's going to just overlooking me. I know he's not.
You were out in Belfast this weekend. What did you make of Colframpton?
Oh, quality, wasn't it? Oh, first class. Predicted, I don't want to keep saying for a second. I said that. He was going to put a first class performance, and I've been with him all through camp. Obviously, I went to Tenerife, come back, took my foot off the gas, but was going up the gym, seeing him, watching him when he was sparring. He had a good kid over from Philadelphia sparring, had him over 3 weeks, and he was just flying in everything he was doing. So I knew he was going to put in something special. And I thought he did that on Saturday. You know, I thought Nonito done a great fight, a 4-weight world champion, a lovely fella as well. But at times he just made him look ordinary. He did, and I think he gave it on. I thought he only lost 2 rounds. I think on the cards made 3. I think, but if he wanted to, he could have pissed out for 12 rounds. He could have done. Honestly, and he just made him look a bit ordinary at times. And you've got to be a special fighter to do that to Nonito.
And with Colframpton, I've always said that he's got the boxing ability, but he also likes to entertain. So you saw it in times in that fight where he just stood in the corner and they wanted to trade.
The thing is with him, what makes a special fighter? I've always rated Frampton, but I didn't realise how good he was until I started training with him. And the thing is with him, he's good at everything. He does not lack anywhere, anything. In all his game, he's good at everything, and that's what makes a special fighter. And like I said, I think he proved that on Saturday.
Going back to your training, I've seen you doing a bit of karaoke. What's your favourite karaoke song?
Oh, don't.
Come on, man, you got it.
It's not Cotton Eye Joe. But
that was hilarious.
It happened off the cuff. We all going to Tenerife, and we started a WhatsApp group, and the initiation into the WhatsApp group was "You're Let's Sing." So I'd not been on my phone for a bit, looked, and I had about 30 odd messages, and it was all lads singing videos, and they was like, he said, "What are you going to do?" And the first song that come into head was Cotton Eye Joe. I don't know why, but it was. that's where it kicked off. Never sung it on a karaoke in my life. And then obviously I did that over there in the gym, and then over there. But yeah, everybody seems to enjoy it, so it's only a laugh.
You know, Martin, lastly, I follow your social media, and I've got to talk about Mad Benny. I've got to talk about Mad Benny.
Everybody's the main man, innit?
What's going on with Mad Benny? What's the latest with him? Tell people who Mad Benny is, because people might not know.
Well, obviously, if anybody's watching on Instagram, I think the majority of people watching would be onto Benny by now. But just search Mad Benny on Instagram, and you'll, thank me later.
Is he coming down for the fight?
Yeah, he's down for coming down. But I just need, obviously, to tie up a few loose ends with him, because obviously I'll be the week before. I can't look after him. He's old, he's 75. He's never ever been anywhere other than the furthest place he's been is Towyn in Wales. You know what I mean? He went there on his honeymoon in 1972, I think he was telling me. But yeah, he's never been down to London. I don't think he's ever stayed over in an hotel anywhere. So it's who's going to be taking care of him. He wants to do the ring walk with me, and obviously somebody's offered to sponsor the Red Rascal and get a rascal down here so it comes out on it. But yeah, there's just them little few loose ends we've got to tie up, but hopefully he can come down, and I want him to, but I've got a very, very important fight.
Of course, 100%.
So I'll be, if I can get somebody to do that and look after Benny, then fine. But I'm going to be just in a different zone, you see. So like I took him at my last fight. You want me out my last fight, but it's been more of a relaxed fight. But yeah, we want him down, so hopefully he'll be down, and we make a lot of people happy because everybody's loving him at the minute, and he'll steal the show off me. But I'm not bothered. I'm made up for him.
Fair enough, Martin. I've taken 10 minutes of your time. I appreciate for you to talk to FightHype. What's the last message you want to say to the fans?
Just thanks everybody for the support. Tune in June 23rd and watch me finally become world champion.
Martin, thank you very much.